Brahms for breakfast? That's good, bud. Okay, so we got Bomber Boy Bill over here with us today. I don't know if anybody knew it, but he's a Korean War vet. He used to fly bomber airplanes. He was the gunner down on the belly there. Were you on the belly or in the front?
Side.
Down on the side there, but it was a glass ball, right?
No, B-29.
It was a B-29 bomber? Okay, done a lot of flights, right, Bill?
Well, a lot of flights plus 30 combat.
30 combat missions in the Korean War. Now, we talked to him about this car before, and he basically told us to tell the customer to stick it up his ass, that he wouldn't fuck with it, and to get it out of the shop and get something in the shop that's actually paying money. Let's see what he thinks about now that we got to strip down to bare metal and doing all the body work over. As you can see, I'm finishing up on this quarter panel. This is already going on 2.5 days, just doing the body work on this quarter panel alone. I don't know what the fuck they did to this thing. I don't think they replaced this, that, and the other. I don't know. It's a jigsaw puzzle going on here, but a lot of body work and a lot of situations after we stripped it down. Let's ask Bill what his reaction is. What's going on, Bill?
Looks like a lot of work.
Yeah, now you told me to tell the customer to stick it in his ass last time.
Well, unless he wants to pay for all
Right.
work that's got to be done.
Well, it's a lot of work, dude. Look at this shit.
I fooled with some old cars, and to me, I just give up. I'm too damned old.
Yeah, you painted your own pickup truck and done body work to this, that, and the other, and
painted 5 cars.
painted 5 cars yourself.
Down at the high school, they had a neat downdraft.
Oh, that's right. You used to go over to the high school to the tech class and help them out, right?
Yeah.
And then you'd bring your cars over there and they'd work on them and you'd paint them and this, that.
No, they didn't work on them. I worked on them.
Well, what did you do over there? What did they do?
Worked on my car.
Well, what did the kids do?
Screwed off, pitching washers at the crack in the
Yeah,
thing,
that's what I figured.
tearing up the goddamn bathroom. Bunch of punks.
Bunch of punks. Is that what you're thinking about kids these days? Being raised up in society that we're living in?
Yeah, there's too damn many of them that
Bunch of punks.
ain't raised the way I was.
Exactly, dude, exactly. Good old days. Make America great again, right?
Ha ha.
Now let me ask you this, bud. I see you're wearing a hat there. Does that represent the airplane that you flew in the Korean War?
One of the types, called Miss Fifi. It was
that was a Miss Fifi.
It was named after the guy's wife. It never saw combat, but it went to a base that I came to after the first tour in the Far East.
Yeah.
And I might have flown in that son of a bitch.
And you didn't even
back
know
in
it.
Kansas. No, didn't know it at the time.
Wow.
But a guy got a hold of it and restored it.
Oh, wow.
And it's over by Love Field.
Oh, it's down there in Dallas?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, how many missions did you go on, combat missions in Korean War, bud?
About 30.
30 missions. Now, you were the gunner guy, and when you say you're a gunner, you're on the side action, right? On the very side, is that like in the middle or up by the cockpit or what?
Back of the main wing.
Back of the main wing. And did you ever shoot at any airplanes or anything, Bill, or were you just keeping your eyes open?
We started flying nights. You flew when the moon was down, and it was blacker than hell.
So you couldn't see nothing anyway?
Couldn't see nothing, and
did you ever pull the trigger, Bill?
Oh, well, yeah, I shot down a drone once.
They had drones back in the Korean War?
Oh, yeah, they had remote control.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, just like big model airplanes.
Big giant ones, huh?
Yeah.
How big were they?
Oh, shit, I don't know, probably 15-foot wingspan.
Dang, dude. Now, were those gliders or were they actually propelled jets?
Oh, they were propelled. They could move.
Because I know they had drone gliders.
Nowadays, they got guys that can fly in an airplane. They can get an old fighter plane out there, remote control for these guys to practice shooting at, getting some actual
Oh, get some actual combat dogfight situations. Now let me ask you this, bud. What kind of bombings did you do? What did you bomb when you went out bombing?
Any goddamn thing that had the shit bombed out of it.
Yeah.
They said after about 60 days there wasn't anything worth bombing.
Was that the most memorable times of your life, probably?
Oh, it was just such a goddamn joy living in them tents.
Yeah.
With the rats.
Oh my God.
And the
big rats.
Big rats.
Yeah.
And mosquitoes.
Yeah, yeah.
And heat, humidity.
Yeah. But you'll always remember the flights in those airplanes, those 30 flights that you took was gonna.
Yeah, every once in a while you think about
the ultimate time.
It's an entirely different kind of warrior sitting up there at 25,000 feet.
Yeah.
Blacker than pitch. All of a sudden, the German equipment that the Russians had given or were running in North Korea came on, and that was good stuff. You see all these pretty puffs, different colors. We only got shaved a couple of times with a little bit of flak.
Did you ever, now when you dropped the bombs, did you ever look down and watch them blow up, or?
Oh yeah, you could see explosions.
Yeah. That was pretty cool, huh?
Well, I don't know.
I'm about ready to blow some bombs up over here if shit doesn't start going straight.
Yeah.
Bill, you know what I'm saying?
I'll give you a hand.
Look here. All right, I might need you to get that big old bomber over here and do a trick on this thing right here, because I'm telling you what, dude, the bodywork on this is ridiculous. I found a bunch of little imperfections all over the deck lid here that weren't even fixed. You can see that. There was a dent in the deck lid that was there. We still got a situation right here. I don't know what's going on with this area here, but we're gonna have to do something to get this thing square. They had a bunch of BONDO filled in right here. This ain't even BONDO, this is called Dynaglass, and I don't know how thick that is. I didn't even strip this right here because I'm afraid that this right here is probably solid BONDO all the way around, dude. You see what I'm trying to tell you, Bill?
Oh yeah.
It's a situation that says, I need to get my ass to work, bro.
I remember a guy.
What's that, bud?
Over at the high school.
Uh-huh.
He worked for the city of Louisville, and he'd come up with this old Camaro, and so he got up in the front of the bay there, big long bay, one night, and I swear to God there was BONDO he'd removed off of it, at least 2 to 3 inches thick and small.
On the whole floor.
And they just left it, walk off and left it for the...
What a bastard child that was. I can't believe that. The school let him use the facilities and then he leaves it a mess.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, Bill, I gotta go, bud. Look what I got. A lot of work, dude. I ain't even started on this side. I've been working on that side over there for 2.5 days. We'll see you when you come back over and it's in primer, and tell us what you think.
Shot is, get with it, you're burning daylight.
There you go, buddy. See you later, Bill. 1972 Oldsmobile, stripped to bare metal, bodywork being redone, and not ready for primer. All right, we just got all the body work done on our Oldsmobile, and this is actually a 71, not a 72, I found out. But we just finished all the body work on our left-hand quarter panel, and what a fucking bitch it was. It took close to 3 days to finish that. And it doesn't look like much, but let me tell you something. I don't know what the fuck these guys did to this thing, because up here in this area it looks like they replaced it, alright, but then when you get down here nothing's been replaced, but then over here it looks like they cut something out, and then when you come back over here it's got the factory welds that have never been removed over here and down here. So I don't know what the fuck these guys did to this car besides chop and cut and weld and do nothing. I still got to clean the bottom of this off with my d.i.y sander, get this edge here, get all this shit off of here. Got the rocker panel, got all the door jamb and this whole quarter panel here, and this side is done. Big fucking job, but you know what? I'm proud of myself that I went ahead and kept the car here to finish the job for the guy. I hate starting something and not being able to finish it. Whether it's a big, massive, filthy, slimy job like this in the middle of the summer at 100 degrees outside, or just a little fender bender in the middle of the winter. It doesn't really matter. You've got to train yourself, you've got to learn, and you've got to be able to be dedicated to finish something that you started. I was this close to giving up on it. I was going to give the guy a partial refund for what I've already did to it, and I thought about it and thought about it, and I told myself I can't do that. I can't fucking give up and I can't quit. Even if I don't want to do it, which I don't want to do this car. Sometimes I get myself in a real fucking hole because I'm too nice of a guy, and that's what happens when you're a nice fucking guy, is that you don't really think about the situation, you don't really check it out. You just basically jump in there because it makes you feel good to help people like this out. He didn't have anybody else that would work on it. Everybody that he went to told him, no, I'm not dealing with it, I don't want to do it, take it somewhere else. So when I took this job on in the first place, I knew it wasn't going to be a paint ready car. I knew there was going to be problems with it, because there always is. I didn't think that I'd have to go to this extent of basically completely restoring the car from scratch. But you know, I was excited to help the guy out and to give him something that he's always wanted, basically. It's just a feeling that you really can't explain on the magnitude of helping somebody out and being that guy that gave somebody a dream that they wanted. So maybe there's enough bitching and complaining about this thing, and you know, it's time just to get down the road and do what we gotta do to finish it out, and hopefully make this fucking car a show car that it needs to be. There's my phone. I'm gonna go ahead and let it ring as I'm talking, because this is more important. I started doing this before that. So I want to just say that anybody that watches my videos and possibly follows me on my YouTube channels should take the question and take the lesson that starting something is a meaningful situation to find the solution to finish the deal that you start. And to do that takes a lot of nerve and guts, but we're all human beings, and it's not as hard as you think it is. And when I do this kind of work, sometimes I think of a guy that used to be on PBS, and his name was Bob Ross. And he would get on there, and anybody that knows Bob Ross knows who I'm talking about. He's a famous wet-on-wet painter. Now, what a wet-on-wet painter is that means you're taking the paint and you're putting it on top of each other as it's wet, and you're making your picture. And he used to do sceneries. He was a scenery painter on PBS, public broadcasting, and he would always tell you, it's easy, it's easy. All you gotta do is put your mind to it. It's so easy, it's so wonderful, it's enjoying. And you know, I could paint those pictures. I believe that if I wanted to go out and spend several $100s on oil paints and easels and this, that, and there, I can do that. Because I'm the type of guy that when I start something, I want to finish it. It's just like this right here. You can do this. You can do this. It's easy. And what makes it easy is making yourself believe in yourself to do it. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. I'm done with this side. I'm going to jack it down, put the tire back on. I even had to do the fender well here. It was a fucking bitch, but we'll go ahead and jack this down. I still got to clean this up before I do that. And we'll move down the road to the next side. So, bitching, complaining, hollering, cussing, and complaining more sometimes is a good thing. To me, all the time is, because it gets your frustration out. But, you know, a lot of people don't like it. I don't give a fuck. That's fucking life, and, you know, whatever. So, show your appreciation to my friend Pete, and subscribe to my channel, and hit the like button as you do that, to let me know that you appreciate what's going on. Basically, that's all I gotta say. We'll be back. 71 Oldsmobile Cutless Supreme. We got a special situation on this. I'm not gonna let the cat out of the bag yet, but this has turned from a basic paint job into a custom job. I'm not gonna let you know what we're doing yet, but it's gonna be an exciting situation. I've talked the owner into it, and he agrees. And when we get done with this, it's gonna be more than the car that he bargained for, and it's gonna be a fucking show car, and hopefully be dedicated to saying, here I am, and this is what you got, bitch.
What's going on?
You see what's going on, dude?
I thought the guy said this car was paint ready.
Yeah, no shit.
And you
Alright, I've stripped it down to bare metal, dude. I'm redoing all the bodywork on it. It's a nightmare, bud. We got the roof that we gotta redo. He said that they replaced the roof on it. They fucking lied to him. This roof wasn't replaced. I don't know what the fuck they did. You can see where they welded it across here, but then up here it's all original, and then down over here on this quarter panel, you can clearly see that something was going on right here, dude. Like, they welded something in here, and they came down here, and then they stopped.
Can you see the weld inside?
I haven't even looked in there yet, but the real deal is if you come over here on that end, look at that quarter panel right here. You can see this is all factory original. And there's nothing in here that's welded. There was nothing down there. So I don't know what the fuck these guys did, dude. I really fucking don't.
So most of the bondos.
Well, the reason there's Bondo here is because this is where the roof goes, dude. This is the roof line. I had to grind all that out because they filled it with some bullshit, cheap, inexpensive crap. So I've basically taken all the Bondo off of this car and replaced it, and fixing dents and all this other shit. We had another problem right here. Look. Looky up here, bud. We had a problem right here. There was a fucking hole right here where they ground it down so far. There was a big hole. So I had to weld that fucking thing up.
Craftsman.
Yeah, they filled it with BONDO. And then over here on the roof there, I don't know if you can see where I weld that up. Okay, that's not a hole, that's just where the weld is overlapping the metal. There was a big giant hole up there. So I don't know what the fuck was going on, John. I don't fucking know. They had one coat of primer, and I'm suspecting that it was lacquer, cheap, inexpensive primer that they bought over at the fucking auto parts store, because when I put the stripper on it, it came off like fucking water out of a faucet, dude. It just rippled up and peeled right off. So stripping it wasn't really that bad. You can see right here where I put my primer on it, and the stripper didn't even eat that primer. You know what I'm saying?
There's a seam along here, too.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. But if you look over here, there ain't no fucking seam or nothing, dude.
So they essentially took this section out here.
I don't know what they did. I don't fucking know. I mean, I don't see no welds down here. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I'm in Trivial Pursuit here. I don't know what the fuck they did, or if they started it and said fuck it, and then they didn't even finish it. That's what I'm thinking. They went ahead and started cutting it off and said, man, fuck this, man. Let's just weld it back up, Bondo it up, get the fucker out of here.
And this car came in paint ready.
Oh yeah,
and
supposedly.
He wanted it in black.
And he wanted it in black. So I did the body work over here, dude, and that took close to 3 days. I've been working on the roof up here for a day and a half, going on 2 fucking days, and I've only got half of the car done, because that's including this, dude. So you can see what kind of fucking nightmare we got here, bud. You know what I'm saying? What would you have done, John? What would you have done?
I would have called the guy up and said, we have an issue.
Yeah, well, that's basically what I did. Actually, I told him I wasn't working on it, and he was a little upset with me and depressed because of all the work. I don't know if you realize this, but this car was an off-frame restoration, dude. The body was taken off this car. Have you seen underneath?
No, I noticed it.
Yeah.
I noticed new bushings.
Right. Look at all the brand new bushings, but underneath this car is like immaculate, better than new condition, dude. And, you know, I changed my mind on it because I told myself, I said, man, I don't want to fuck this guy around. He's been working on this car for many, many years, and I think it would be a shame for me to stick it in his ass like the other guys did. So,
Pete,
yeah.
This looks like it might be a new quarter, inside quarter here
I don't
compared
know,
to that.
dude.
See, that's
I don't
got
fucking know.
some stuff on it.
But that's what I'm telling you. I don't know what the fuck they did over here, dude. I'm baffled with this thing. All I know is I want to get this cocksucker out of here, so I got to get back on the bodywork, dude, and get it done. Big fucking job, bud. Big fucking job.
It's a lot of work.
A lot of work, dude. You remember last summer now when we brought those body parts in for this car, those weren't paint ready either.
Right. That should have been your red flag right there.
That was my red flag, and I really didn't want to bring the car over here, but I already started on it, and I'm not a quitter. But I didn't really realize I was going to have to go this fucking far.
And you promised Daryl too, so.
Yeah, good old fucking Daryl at the chicken coop, right? Mr. Whiny ass on, I need to get this car out of my shop, yeah. All right, man, well, I got to get back to work, so we'll see you later, bud.
Have fun, Pete.
It's always nice to see Volkswagen John over here.
Just not today.
Isn't it?
You have fun.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. A lot of fucking work. And it looks like there's a lot of Bondo here, but there's not.
No, it's a skim.
Okay, it's a skim coat that's just feathered out, so it'll all flow together, dude. So, but it's still a lot of work, dude. It's still a lot of fucking work. I don't fucking believe it, man. I don't fucking believe it. Looks like there might be a little too much right here. There's not enough right here. There's a flat spot. And of course up here in the front, there's 2 fucking high spots, which makes a fucking low spot in the fucking middle. Then there was a shitload of fucking rust right here that the cocksuckers that worked on it before didn't fix. They welded up some kind of shit over here, just slopped it on there and made it even fucking worse. So there ain't even a point right here. You gotta make one of them motherfuckers. I had to weld that up, grind it down, and all this other shit. We got this fucking shit here that they fucking welded this up. Why? I don't know. But I'm pissed off about it, and it fucking sucks. on fucking week 3 on this fucking thing. Week fucking 3, and I haven't done nothing but work on this piece of shit the whole fucking time. Have you ever been in that position where you're just losing your fucking ass? It doesn't matter what you do, it's just fucking, you're just losing your ass. I was supposed to go to Colorado. Supposed to go to Colorado. This is the 4th of July weekend, 3-day weekend. Minnie was off on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then of course Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and she didn't have to be back to work till next Wednesday. We were gonna go to Colorado, and we were gonna go to Moab, check on our property, shit like that. Are you fucking joking me? When you're working on this, and that's all you work on, you know, you're not working on anything else to generate any income in, because you're stuck working on this fucking thing. You aren't fucking making enough money to do nothing but put food on your fucking table. I wish I would have never fucked with this car. I wish this fucking car would disappear and never come back. I wish I could turn the clocks of time back and tell the guy, no, I don't want to fuck with it. I just don't want to fuck with it. I should have never fucked with it, but you know what? I gotta fuck with it, because I told the guy I would, and I started it, and I'll finish it. That's the kind of fucking guy I am, and let me tell you something. When you're that kind of guy, you usually fuck yourself by fucking taking shit on like this that's just fucking killing time. My buddy John came over the other day, and he said, you know what? You got this car here, you got this car here, you got this car right here, and you got that car right there. The Mustang that's been sitting under a fucking tree, collecting fucking shrubs and leaves and dust. And he fucking says to me, he says, you got 1, 2, 3, you got 4 jobs that are dead weight, no money making jobs in your shop. That whatever you do and however fast you do it, you're not gonna make no money. Because that's the type of jobs these are, right here. Because you can't charge enough money for all the fucking work and all the fucking labor that it takes to restore a car like this. It's just impossible, and the customer would not even pay what it really fucking takes to do this fucking shit here. Now, I've been on this fucking bodywork on this fucking thing, and we're talking the roof and the rear end for 3 fucking weeks. And I haven't done shit to the right-hand quarter panel yet. All I've done is strip it to bare metal because I've been on this fucking roof over here for a fucking week and 2 days. Right here. This is it. This is the fucking killer right here. All right? This fucking roof is a one fucked up situational situation that says I am fucked right there. Here's our fucking high spot. All right? There's a high spot here and a high spot here, and then in the center it's fucking low. All right, now I've hammered and dollied it, and I've massaged it up inside there with my tools, this, that, and the other. But when I do that, then you get high spots elsewhere. Now they claim they replaced this roof. I think they're lying motherfuckers. They didn't replace shit. They lied to the fucking customer, and all they did is half-assed fucking do something, I don't know what they did, and then do this body work. This is a common situation right here on these fucking cars, because this is where people would, you know, tap on the fucking roof and bang on it and, you know, around the edges. So that's a common thing. Now back here, I don't know what the fuck they did back here. I think I've already fucking been through this. I don't even know. I don't even know if I've even said anything about that. I don't like this shit here. They fucked up when they welded these fucking things. I can't even fix them because they're welded up and it's kind of like warped feeling or some shit going on right in here. And I could take my hammer and pound it in and fill it with BONDO. I could do that if I fucking want to. So you kind of get the fucking picture of what the fuck's going on here. It's fucking bullshit, okay? Fucking bullshit that, yeah, I'm fucking myself. That's exactly what I'm fucking doing. Because being Mr. Nice Guy does not fucking pay off. You know, am I mad at the owner about this? Why should I be mad at him? You know, I kind of actually feel sorry for the fucking guy, because that's how nice guys are. Nice guys have a conscience. Nice guys actually can feel the pain of the other person because they go to sleep with a conscience at night. Only people that don't have a conscience and don't give a fuck are the ones that would say, fuck you, Mr. Owner Guy, I'm not fucking with your car, come get the piece of shit. I'll be honest with you, I told the guy I didn't want to do it, but then I slept on it for a couple nights, and I started it, and I gotta finish it, and, you know, it's a fucking joke, okay? It's a fucking joke. Here's our fucking situation right here. I don't know what the fucking deal is, but there's a low spot, there's two high spots right in this area, and then there's a low spot, and it only is right in this area. And when I feather it out and I try to get rid of it with my block sander, it seems like it keeps on coming back. This is like the 5th fucking time I've done this, and you know, this is what you fucking go through. It's just a fucking bitch. I got this fucking low spot over here. I keep getting a fucking low spot every time I try to get the fucking corner curved because I don't want to build these fucking edges up with BONDO. Alright, I don't want this edge right here to be this fucking thick of BONDO, and then, you know, they go to wash the car, or they do something, or the guy puts the chrome in, and all of a sudden the fucking BONDO breaks out. That wouldn't be too nice to do that, would it? Would it? Would that be a fucking deal? Would that be something that I should say, hey, I don't have no control over it, fuck you? Once again, I got a conscience. I go to sleep at night, and I have a conscience, okay? There's a difference. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm fucking trying to say here? That's the real fucking story. That's the truth of what the fuck's going on here. I'm gonna get the fucker finished. And when I get it in primer, I'm hoping that we can go downhill on this fucking little story here. That we can have an easy, you know, relaxing situation, kind of like we did with our 69 Blue Chevelle, where we didn't have no problems. We had a good time doing it. It rolled down the tracks like a choo-choo train, and everything fucking worked out good. I'm just hoping that when I get it in primer. But then, as you're working on it, other shit comes to your mind. Other shit comes to your mind. And what's coming to my mind right now is this quarter panel that they replaced. I don't know where they fucking replaced it or how they replaced it, but they replaced this quarter panel all the way up here. This is why this is right here, this here, okay? And then I think they replaced all the lower section. But when you buy these quarter panels, this section here is actually part of it, all right? And if we notice right here, it ain't got no door hinges on it. The idiot cocksucker motherfuckers took the door hinges off the factory settings, and I don't know what they did with them. That's one of the worst fucking things you can do, is take the hinge off the fucking car. They should have left it right there and unbolted it, or took the hinge pins out and separated the hinges. They should have never fucking took those hinges off. And now, what the problem is, I'm wondering if they put that quarter panel on with the door hanging, and what this fucking body line's gonna look like when we get the door back on the fucking car to see where the fuck we're at with that fucking deal. So you kind of see where this job that my buddy John said is a dead-end, dead-weight job. It doesn't matter how much you charge on a fucking job like this, and if you have 4 or 5 employees on it, which would be stupid. And why am I saying that? Because if you own the fucking business and you have a reputation, you're the one liable for the shitty work that your lame-brained, stupid-ass employees will put on a job like this. It's very fucking hard. I'm gonna say it again. Very fucking hard to find the right kind of help. I haven't had a good employee here, a professional employee here, in over 10 fucking years that I can say, do this. And I've never had a fucking employee here that likes to do BONDO. You get these employees, and the first thing they do is they lay down the law. I don't do this, I don't do this, I don't do this, and I don't do that. But if you want to hire me, go ahead, because I'm charging $18 an hour. It's like, you know, they come over here and tell you what the fuck they're gonna do. So I say, fuck you, bitch. You ain't fucking telling me a motherfucking nothing. The employees over here that you feel sorry for, that you want to help. Weekly loser. Had problems at home. Needed a fucking place to work. Come on over. All he did is sweep floors. Half-assed fucking sanded. Alright? ended up paying him, you know, average wage pay for what he was doing. Then he turned out to be a flip-flopper. All right, flip-flop fucking guy. We had Dylan that was over here, very good employee, but a loudmouth smartass. Couldn't deal with him anymore. We had Darren, 903. You know, he decided to go on his way, which is great. He was here, he worked, he accomplished shit that other people couldn't help him out with. I helped him. Now he's on his own, has his own job, making his own money. You know, it's a fucking deal that says it's fucked. It's fucked, okay? It's fucked. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, doing bodywork on the motherfucking Oldsmobile, hoping to be done with it in another week, so that'll be a whole fucking month that I worked on this. And all I've done is bodywork on this fucking car only for a fucking month!
Adios, amigos.